Let's bring in former Assistant Attorney General of New York State, Peter Culp. And Peter, you sold your country out. How bad was this day for Michael Flynn?
Not a good day. I think the big thing is he dialed it back. A week before, his defense attorneys had asked for leniency because the FBI lied. I don't think the judge liked that. I think the judge said, you know, if you're asking for me to give you leniency, it's because you're admitting to your crime.
The defendant, Flynn, he's going to have some more time now to try to convince the judge how his cooperation is helpful to the U.S. government.
Right.
There's a lot of speculation about what that means, and you're suggesting it actually has to do with some of his associates who have been charged and will be tried over their lobbying for Turkey.
Yeah, two of his associates are going to be on trial in the next 90 days, and it's possible that Flynn becomes a witness or provides information in that trial. So I think the judge sort of wink, wink, nod, nod, I might give you time. And he took him up on that and said, maybe I'll cooperate some more.
The judge called Flynn today an unregistered agent of a foreign country while serving as a national security advisor to the president. And yet the president today, this morning, he tweeted good luck to Michael Flynn. Is the judge overplaying it? Is the president downplaying his crimes?
The judge later dialed it back and said, I made a mistake. The timeline is you were a registered agent before you were actually in the White House. So he pulled that back. But I think the important thing to remember is I think the reason Flynn's defense attorney said the FBI made him lie is because he's looking towards Trump to pardon him before all this. They took a big gambit to sort of say, you know, the FBI tricked me because they pissed off the judge. But I think they were hoping that Trump would pardon him.
And it also seemed like maybe they were hoping that the judge would also smack down the special counsel's office and agree with the pleadings and say, yeah, the FBI did misbehave by not specifically saying it's a crime for you to lie to the FBI. But the judge rejected that totally.
Yeah, and he's right to do so. I mean, the FBI basically said to Flynn, as if they were holding up cards, you know, did you say this? And they're looking at it, and he said, no, I did not. So he specifically lied to him. There's nothing.
But he didn't know officially that he was being investigated.
True, but he knows what he said to Kislyak, and apparently the FBI had indications.
But is it a crime to lie this way?
False statements, right? All the famous people, Martha Stewart, Governor Rod was put in jail always for Bernie Madoff, making false statements.
Bill Clinton for lying under oath to the grand jury, and so it goes on and on and on. And there are some people out there who say, well, these are mere process crimes, but they exist for a reason, right?
Right, the whole idea is do not lie to the FBI. They don't want to have a policy that allows you to say, what he should have done is essentially say, here's the card of my lawyer, speak to him, and then I'll speak to you after. And he didn't do that. He played along. I think he was trying to play both sides.
If the FBI did act very wrong, let's say in this investigation, where does it factor in?
I mean, what they're trying to say is that he told the complete truth, and then at the end they said, you lied, and we have it, and you're busted. But if you know that you told the truth, and it is the truth, then you have nothing to worry about. So I'm not sure, you know, it's sort of like scenarios like Kislyak said what, and he says what, and it's like, we got you. You know, it's not that, I don't think that's the scenario here.
It has come out that Flynn has met with the special counsel's office, something like more than a dozen times. I think I saw the number was like 17. Right. Is that a significant or insignificant number? And what does it suggest in terms of the kind of information that he might be providing to the special counsel about contacts with the Russians, never mind when he was national security advisor, but also earlier during the campaign?
I think they're trying to find out who told Flynn to call all these ambassadors. Who told him? Was it Kushner? Was it Trump? To call these ambassadors and say, hold off on the vote.
Now, if there is enough time between now and March 13th, right? If Mueller already recommended no prison time, what's the leverage here for Flynn to continue in cooperating with the investigation? Is it really going to change the judge, who seems to use many harsh words against him, his mind?
Right. Well, it's important to clear up. A lot of people have been talking about in the news 0 to 6 months. That's not the barometer. It's 0 to 5 years for making false statements. 0 to 6 months is because no prior criminal history, that type of thing. So he's looking at up to 5 years.
Wow. Former Assistant New York State Attorney General Peter Culp. Peter, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Good to have you here.